Everyone, welcome to Wood Fire Smoke. And today we're going to cook smoky, saucy, and guaranteed bite-through skin chicken thighs. Let's cook. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be cooking chicken thighs, and everyone who smokes poultry on any kind of a basis knows that one of the toughest things that you can get is bite-through skin. So I have a method of cooking that's pretty much guaranteed to give you bite-through skin every time on your chicken thighs. So what we have here is 12 chicken thighs. First off, we're not going to do competition. This is completely backyard. But because all we're going to do is take a sharp knife and get rid of this skin, any leftover skin. If we were going to do competition, we'd go in here, we'd cut the knuckles off, and we would shape the meat up and cut the skin, and maybe some people even pull the skin off and scrape fat off of it. We're not going to do all that. This is strictly for the backyard. It's for your guests, and it's delicious. It just doesn't have that crazy, beautiful presentation that a competition chicken thigh will have. So we're just going to remove just don't get crazy with this either. We're just going to remove any skin flaps that are laying over. Then we're going to place them skin side down into the pan. That one looks, well, that one's got some little bit there. Chicken thighs, a lot of people just chicken in general. It's one of the easiest things to smoke. It's also one of the toughest things because of the skin issue. You got different ways of achieving bite-through skin. You can either do it through temperature, cooking at a higher temperature. You can do it through dry brining the skin to where you take the chicken, put a little salt on the top of the skin, set it in the refrigerator, and let it set for 24 to 48 hours before you cook it. Or you can do it the way that I'm going to show you here. You can't really do a whole chicken this way, but for chicken thighs, this is perfect. This chicken's warmed up a little bit out here, so it's not being as cooperative, but we'll get there. It's always best if you can do this when it's cold. Get all of it off, any loose flaps. Skin side down. Okay, I've got these all cleaned up now. Got the skin trimmed up. I had mentioned put them in the pan skin side down. And normally that's what I would do. You want to season the bottom of your whatever you're cooking, and then season the top last for your presentation side. But this is going to be a little bit different. So actually we will set these in the pan skin side up to season that first. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you make this, make it exactly the way I tell you to do it, because I did a test cook on this. And the test cook was that I had another recipe. I was just testing the procedures to make sure that it was going to turn out okay. And I didn't want to use up all my ingredients, so I used some other things, and it turned out fantastic. So I'll do another video on that other one again later on. But this time I want you to use honey hog rub from Meat Church, and make sure you get this sauce, Head Country Apple Habanero. These two. Make sure this is what you get, because that's the only way that you're going to get this exact flavor profile that I'm creating here today. And it is so good. All right. First, we're going to liberally season the tops. Season it well, because we're going to do a little something here in a minute. All this is going to go down the bottom, and it's going to come off into the liquid that will season the chicken throughout the cook. So don't worry about putting too much on it right now. Go heavy. Okay, now we'll flip these over, skin side down. Keep one hand, chicken hand, one hand, dry hand to use your seasonings, so you're not cross-contaminating anything. And by the way, I'd put if you got old cookie sheets, put them up underneath these pans, because these pans, they're going to be so heavy, they're going to want to fold over on you. Fold in half, and you're going to dump all your chicken out the floor, and all your guests are going to be mad, and you're going to be mad, all that time wasted. The dogs will be happy, though. Season the bottom side real heavily. And this rub, course, it's got salt in it, so you don't have to worry about putting salt and pepper on them. And it's got honey powder in it, which honey powder and chicken is a match made in heaven. And so make sure that you use this exact rub. Or if you can, even better, I'll tell you who kind of taught me this. He taught me the competition way. It was Myron Mixon. And his chicken rub also is phenomenal. It's clucking money or money clucking or something. I don't know, but it's fantastic. And I'm just out of it right now, or I'll be using it. But this is sort of kind of the way that Myron does his competition chicken, but he does it a whole lot fancier. Okay, now we're going to take some chicken stock. You want your chicken stock to be warm so you get a head start on cooking. And just go through and pour it halfway up the thigh. Halfway up. Don't want to go too high on it because we still want this thing to get some smoke. That was a partial one there. Don't think it takes that much because it doesn't, but I just wanted to use that partial one up. And I promise you, this chicken is going to make you the king of the cul-de-sac. No two ways about it. This is absolutely phenomenal. All right, so we got that all set. Now it's time to go on the smoker. We're using the Recteq 680 today. Got it set at 285 degrees, and I'm using one of my favorite pellets that I found now is Naughty Woods almond pellets, and they cook clean. It's a real nice burn. They put off a real nice mild smoke, kind of like pecan. It's got that nutty flavor to it that I love it. It's probably my new favorite pellet. Let's go ahead and put these on here. I'll have to get sideways on that one. And we're going to let these cook for an hour and a half at 280 degrees. We'll check back with you then to show you where we're at. Hi everyone, we're back again a little bit early because I forgot something that's a crucial ingredient. Butter. You're going to take a real butter. You can use squeezed butter if you want to, I guess, but I like to use real butter. Put a pat of butter on top of each thigh. This is kind of a key step. And I think if you guys use this flavor combination, you're going to flip out about how delicious this is. It's a little one. Put that on a little bitty thigh. And for 12 thighs, I usually use a whole stick of butter. And if you have any extra, you can just throw it down in the middle there. Because everybody knows that nobody's going to be mad about having too much butter on one. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to put them in the smoker at 280 degrees for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. We want to get them up to about 180 to 190 degrees. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, our chicken thighs have been on for about an hour and a half, so it is time to check them. And they are looking beautiful. This is kind of the next stage. Oh, by the way, I set my sauce on the smoker so it can start warming up, and that's what we're going to glaze them with in the end. But now we just flip these all over. They've got a lot of smoke on the bottom. Oh boy, this smells good. I love me some chicken thighs. And I temp these, and they're right at 180 degrees right now. Just so we have that on there. And again, honey hog barbecue sauce. I know it says hog, but hogs and chickens, they all get well just fine on the barnyard. So now we're going to cover these kind of lightly. We don't want to get too crazy with it on this side. We went heavy with it on the other. Put a little bit on it. We're going to let those go for about 20 minutes. We're going to come back and sauce them up, let the sauce tack, and we'll be ready to eat. See you in a few. Okay, it's been about 20 more minutes on these chicken thighs, so it's time to sauce them up. As you can see here, I put my sauce on to keep it warm. I always use warm sauce when you're serving people or when you're putting a glaze, anything. You want to make sure that you put a warm sauce on them. It thins it out, helps it spread better, and nobody wants cold sauce, and you don't want to put cold sauce on something you're cooking anyway. It slows down the cooking process. And I'm going to come back with a brush and brush these up. Just barely want to touch it. Don't want to mess up our rub. This Head Country Habanero applesauce or apple habanero or whatever, this stuff is fantastic. Okay, let's let these tack up a little bit for about 10-15 minutes and we'll be right back. And we're back. I've already pulled these off, got them ready. It's still going to be a little bit hot, but let's go ahead and it's time to take that bite and let's see exactly if we achieved what the purpose was, which is bite through skin. There it is. Perfect bite through skin. Oh, it's a little hot. Man, it's smoky, tangy. You get that honey from the rub. It's just one of the best bites I've ever had. I absolutely love these and discovered it by accident. Actually, just experimenting to shoot the video for another chicken thigh recipe that I had. But, so good. But if you like what we're doing here, I hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel and make sure and give us a big thumbs up on this video. We really appreciate it. It helps us out. Until next time, we'll see you on Wood Fire Smoke.